It's 8:37 in the morning Pacific Standard Time for a Saturday, July 1st, 2023. Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which would be me. What's going on, guys? Temperature is getting warmed up out here, and I thought I was going in for the morning nap, but apparently I haven't. Apparently the stress levels have just increased at this point over here, and it wasn't the damn coffee I drank either this morning. However, my blood sugar did went screwy because I felt it. So I have to be careful of what I'm doing these days because as much as I'd like to go back to bed and lay it down and just rest, sometimes some things just stick in my crawl. The purpose of this video, or actually of the series of videos I've been doing for a long while now, and I know I'm not getting any subscribers that much, and you know what, that's alright. When I made these videos, it was for a lifeboat of my memories. You know, it's one thing to keep storing them on flash drives left and right, and using them, just in case I happen to, or another way of croaking, and I'll say it. Because my channel deals with death and grieving and mental illness and dealing with life on life's terms and my own observations, my own thoughts, my own feelings about the damn thing. I'm no guru at anything or everything. I'm not lettered academia, even though I'm trying to go for the lowest rung right now, finishing that up. And if I'm stuck with that for the rest of my life, hey, I'm okay with that one. And you've noticed that every time I've been doing my videos, if you have been a regular avid and being bored to death, you probably are. You'll also notice that the cabinet behind me, the camera angle, so always pointing that way. Because it's a constant reminder of what the channel is supposed to be. A memorial memory vault. Story of my life, which is boring as hell to a hell of a lot of people. And my own observations, which bores the shit out of people left and right. And anything else I happen to come across will be boring the living crap out of people. I usually don't ask for likes and I don't ask for followers, but if you want to follow and you want to like, I want a lucky few who actually can tolerate me. And yeah, there are days that I am feeling very unemotional, and then other days I'm feeling very emotional, and the other days I don't do my files like everybody else does. I don't label it as much unless I have something targeted to say. Everything else is just under the generic, boring win files. Usually has a date coded on the thing. Some days I get lazy enough and I don't do the damn thing, even though I keep thinking about it. And since I'm also having memory issues and also having neurochemistry issues, being sleep deprived half the time, it's affecting my neurochemistry a great deal. Now you're probably wondering how come I haven't gone to the medical establishments. If you guys been following, you know how much I don't like the medical establishments, but sometimes I'm gonna need these guys' help. As much as I regret the living crap out of it. If you guys been following the stories, you understand what kind of feelings I had towards medical establishment, which is practically ugh. I deal with doctors and hospitals and they're trying to make you into a damn lab rat one way or another. And that man there got killed by experimentation because they treated me like a damn lab rat. Medication to get rid of acne and it damn near killed me. Suicidal thoughts. Doctor only got the information from brochures and from a salesperson who didn't know the other after effects because the company wouldn't tell them or wouldn't acknowledge it until decades later when there was death afterwards. A lot of it. And I had to research this stuff. And when I did, I was really pissed off at the medical establishment and pharmaceutical for trying to kill us in the process. So, yeah, I got an aversion to a lot of medications and stuff I can regulate, such as pain relievers, generic stuff. Say take as directed. Well, I'll take as directed. If my pain directs me to get some medications down my throat, then I will. But not in a conspicuous. Let's try to find another word for this one. Less than the amount that they would recommend for the maximum, but more than enough just to knock out the thing for a while. And have you also been following me? I've been having, besides the nervous, mental, and psychological crap going on, the heartbreak, the grieving, the mourning process, and physical separation from everybody else these days. Oh no, I lost my damn train of thought. How's that grab you? There goes the neurochemistry right out the frickin' window at this point. Biologically and everything else, I'm a mess. I'm a deteriorating mortal corpse, like the rest of us. I'm depressing as hell because sometimes I have to tell it as it is, but I'm not trying to I'm not trying to reach out and strangle you visually here and tell you you will watch this thing because, yeah, I'm going to be turning out to be one of those kind of characters, aren't I? I didn't expect to have followers. I didn't have to expect to tell people to like it or follow my thing. As everyone keeps pleading because they want to get more and more subscribers. Me, I'm just doing this as a lifeboat. And if anybody else happens to view it and understand what's going on, maybe they can pass off the word that you got a schmuck out there who's talking about things that they normally don't like to talk about. And it's uncomfortable as hell. But it seems like I'm doing this as the natural because I'm doing this as a rhythm. Some days I can do this, and other days I can't do this. I talk to people in the grieving and nervous and mental pages out there when I can. Because even I have limits. I either deal with it or I don't deal with it. And if I'm going to be dealing with it, there's going to be a lot of things I still have to deal with it. And not deal with it. I'm not flashy when it comes down for outfit or background or any other kind of intro, screen, or music or anything like that. I'm just me with a headset talking. Because dealing with mental health and dealing with grieving and depression and anxiety and anger issues, stuff we normally have to talk to therapists or group counseling or to our friends or some other place, maybe at a bar or something like that, just telling out your life story for people who may or may not be listening to it, the damn shit. And I do it also on audio recordings left and right. Take out your cell phone, turn on the application, and you blather. Simple. Sometimes it's not all that simple. I'll come across politics and I'll talk about politics. Anything else happening out here and happening in my neighborhood, I'll talk about. Anything else in life, I'll talk about. Anything I encounter, I'll talk about. As long as I have working knowledge of what I'm dealing with. And then try to explain it. Basis of my video. Basis of the channel. And sometimes I don't do it right. And I will admit it. I don't do it right. I'm a walking, talking, full an idiot. The village idiot thinks he knows everything. And then maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm not a guru. I'm not trying to advise people on what the hell they do. I'm telling you what I've done. I'm telling you what I'm observing at this point over here and what I'm going through. And some of the stuff of intimacy that some people think about is usually coupling like that. No. Because I'm talking about the end of life intimacy, and that scares the hell out of people. And I keep seeing the things concerning about what other people have said in the past. I see them as memes, I see them as text, and I have to answer them. And this is my answer. Yeah, I've gone through that stuff. And back then, people didn't exactly acknowledge it because they were still trying to get into the field of psychology. They were still trying to build a damn thing up. There was 4 shrinks out there, founding fathers of psychiatry / psychotherapy or psychology. Dealing with the mind, dealing with the broken brain, dealing with not the physical aspect of it, but what happens inside of us. We have the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situations going on. The Hyde being the subconscious. Dr. Jekyll is trying to deal with things in life right now as it is, but it's Mr. Hyde who's dealing with all the damn junk we keep filing in there. Pain, suffering, sorrow, grief, mourning. And you think it's easy? Shit, we write stories about this damn stuff. We write movies about this stuff. But do you think people would be talking about it with another person? No, because it's like looking at them and you think you're leprous. You have leprosy. Or worse, you got COVID. You have something contagious. It's something that you need a doctor for. Take this pill, take this location, take this, take that. Just stay the hell away from me. I don't want to hear about your shive story. Yeah, weird characterizations I do too. Trying to tell myself, I guess, how the hell I'm feeling these days and doing things. In real life right now, dealing with a dog and me, and we're all grieving because we've lost people. And if you've been following the videos a great deal, you know about those people I have in the background there. My mother and my brother. My mother is 2013, all my life with her. And my big brother too, 2018. 5 years coming up for him, and I already been through the 10-year anniversary, and I'm still trying to get over it. And believe me, dealing with grief, I thought algebra was hard. I have to watch it out with the triggers left and right because it's an intricate web that's being generated. Any vibration on the damn thing, anywhere in it, automatically the emotional roller coaster kicks in, and then I'm off to the races, boys and girls. Depression kicks in even beforehand, but it really continues after the grieving, actually the crying process, and praying and almost throwing up process. I mentioned about PTSD. There have been incidents in my life, accidents in my life, situations in my life that have stacked and stacked and stacked and stacked until it's been squeezing me nearly out of my own mental existence here. So if I wanted to do something, I'd really have to force myself to do it. I'm almost talking about regular things about taking care of yourself, washing the clothes, doing the shower routine. Taking the dog will remind me when she needs to go out. I have to do it every so often because I don't want her to do it on the floor. I put up dog pads all over the place just to keep her from peeing all over the place and cleaning up after her that way. And I make it a routine on that one. Might also take her outside for a walk. And we do shorts. We don't do long versions of it. Early in the morning would have been better, but then again, I'm already screwed up in the morning that I can barely see straight. Sleep issues like crazy. I don't get sleep enough. I take more naps than usual. When my depression kicks in after right after the roller coaster, it's like I can't move as much or take care of as much. So I try to take care of the stuff as fast and as quickly as possible. Dishes have to be done, so I have to get them done real fast because if I don't, I'm screwed on that one. Food has to be gathered, sometimes on a daily, sometimes every other day, or more than that. If I stocked up enough and I'm actually able to cook, force myself to cook because if I don't, my dog and I starve. I mean, yeah, you can throw some dry food down there with a bowl full of water, but they still need more substance, and my dog does. And what gets me more and more, she's getting older and older. And once more, I have to deal with a family member that's going to be going again. See, I'm reminded of it one way or another. how death always permeates around me. How I don't seem to enjoy life, but if I try to enjoy life, I'm also reminded how close the damn death is. Problem is, when you've been through the damn process and you come back, you're screwed up like crazy. If you haven't died all throughout your life, and you're still living your life and you think you wish you were dead, you don't want to do that. You do not want to go there. Everything changes. If you happen to get sent back for whatever reason, everything changes. You wouldn't know what normal is anymore. Hell, losing people, I kept trying to pretend I was normal, but I was tearing myself apart and didn't even realize it. The duct tape, chewing gum, moleskin, baling wire, God knows what else kind of metaphor to use. When Ma died, everything else went to hell in a handbasket. I lost a good surrogate mother and best friend, and then there was another best friend of a canine. And then finally my big brother. That was it. I was not being the old person anymore. Something else or someone else came out. And now I'm still trying to figure him out on screen. Still trying to deal and cope with loss and grieving and pain, heartache, and everything else that goes along with the damn thing. I bore the crap out of people talking about this stuff because they don't want to deal with it. They want to hide and shun from it because they don't want to deal with the damn stuff. I don't blame them. Believe me, I don't. We treated ourselves. We had been trained. We had been yelled at, cajoled, pushed, prodded, in whatever form or fashion, not to deal with death. And the thing of it is, we deal with death on a constant daily basis, sometimes minute by minute, and don't even realize it. It hurts like hell when we actually do have someone in our lives gone for whatever reason, whatever the relationship was, whatever connection. If they mattered a damn thing to you, if you already made the emotional investment into whatever it was, who or whatever it was, and then you come out with this big ass deficit black hole, this emptiness inside of you that aches like a son of a bitch. Yeah, you'll know it. Do anything and everything you can to cover the damn thing up because you can't deal with it. You can't deal with the reality of it. They're gone. They're dead. They're gone. You have to keep moving on. You have to keep moving on. You can't stop and mourn because you're not allowed to stop and mourn. If you stop and mourn, you're not progressing. You're not living life. You have to still live life. Yellow. You only live life once. So you have to cram every damn experience down your own damn body except the problem is when you bank up a lot of memories and a lot of feelings for that person or creature or whatever. Those memories are triggers and keys to the pain. Maybe to happiness, but also to a hell of a lot of pain and sorrow at the same time. I know. And nobody in my family or friends or theoretical friends or family want to talk about it as much. Even if they've been through it, they don't even like dealing with their own damn. They don't want to deal with it, period. Pariah. That's what we are. That's what I am. That's why. That's why it's got to be talked about. That's why history's got to be talked about. That's why I have to keep talking about this thing on a video. It pisses people off. That's why they do the channel, because it probably pisses people off. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to know about it. Because now they got to deal with it and face the shit, and they don't want to deal with the damn pain. It's either fear or something else. I don't know. They don't want to go through the damn emotional roller coaster. I'm going through it. I'm talking about it. And I have to talk about it. It's not for everybody else, it's for me. But if it helps somebody else at the same time, why not? I'm just as screwed up as anybody and everybody else out there. And I don't have an adequate reason for anything these days anymore. I'm screwing my life over one way or another. People will probably ask me, what do you want? I lost that a long time ago. Want. Okay, what do you need? I'm dealing. I'm coping. It's not an answer for them. That's my answer. I'm dealing. I'm coping. I'm trying to handle the pain minute by minute. Some days I don't. Some days I'm actually able to deal with a day without being triggered left and right. Call it a miracle. Get on with it. Count it as a blessing, and then just move if I can. I couldn't tell you what I would want because some days I am that much of an emotional wreck. There is nothing to see past it but the pain. There are no quick fixes. You can only chemically suppress the damn thing to a point before your body says, screw it, you're going to kill yourself. And maybe that would be a point. So much of that suppression to kill yourself with. I'm dealing with it. I'm facing it. I have to. I have to. I'm a griever. I am not the griever. I'm just a griever. I'm trying to handle the pain and emotion and everything else handling at the same damn time. I'm still able to pay bills. I'm still able to keep a roof over the head, the food in, trying to keep a dog safe, trying to finish up a college education I screwed up a hell of a long while ago. But I'm dealing with the loss of family. The trigger word. Anything regarding it, hearth and home. Because after the video, sometime today, it's going to happen again. I'm going to be on that roller coaster again. I'm going to be on that roller coaster. I'm going to see something innocuous. And there we go, boys and girls. It hits. It hits hard. It hits fast. And I've already seen it coming. I don't duck away from it. I deal with it. I don't block it. I deal with it. It's not that I'm saying, I welcome you here with open arms. No, I'm like, bring it on, asshole. Let's get it done. Let's get it over with. Some people may think it's you're feeling sorry for yourself. I don't give a shit. They can say it. They can do whatever or function in whatever form it is. And they'll tell me that one way or another. Verbally or non-verbally, but they'll tell me that. But I am here and I'm functioning and I'm coping with it. Doesn't mean I'm doing very well either. It just means I have to look at myself in a different light. I have to be formed and function on this one here. That was water. It's a long-ass video, long-ass explanation, and I really could give a flying hoot. But this is the explanation of what I'm dealing with these days. I'm going through the emotions right now, even as they're flooding out like crazy. Sometimes it's positive, but right now it's like it's crashing and burning right now. Only because I know I've been triggered so many damn times, I'm just waiting for the roller coaster to kick in. If it's going to be a short one or a long one. Oh, I can already tell you that I've already been triggered a little bit and had one run today. So I know I'm going to have plenty more. And I still have to wake up in the morning, and I still have to deal with the heat of the day. I still have to deal with the sun cooking and frying everything else up outside and inside here. worrying and wondering about how the resources are going to be lasting. How am I going to be able to deal with the next month's bill? How about that one for you? Whether or not the federal or state government's going to be screwing me one way or another. Seeing that anybody else's opinions are going to be mattering no more or not. Dealing with life on life's terms. So it's handling it 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time sometimes. And it's not even easy on to that point. So you want to know what this video is about? You want to know what this whole channel is about? I just told you. Saving it for perpetuity. Just to tell history. Yeah, I existed at this point over here. Telling my autobiography because I want the family to know what the hell was going on. If I actually had any family and friends out there that actually gave a shit, they'd probably give a shit when they start seeing videos like this and kick themselves in the ass or just turn the damn thing off and just ignore it and just walk away. Because that's how it is. Yeah, I'm large, I'm fat, and I'm ugly, and I don't give a flying. Trying to keep the language down as much on this one. Other videos, I'm saltier than this. And I don't care. I just wanted an introduction made and tell people exactly what I'm about. Because there's a lot of things I could probably try to sugarcoat, put up a facade, put up a veneer, smile, or try to lie my face to you. And I'm alright. No, because I happen to put up the facade and veneer, I know what's on the other side. Rotting, disintegrating timber and material to keep up the damn shell in front of you. Shell of a person. You want to know what the real person is? You ever been to a movie lot? You see the fronts all the damn time, but then the backs you see them. If they're carefully preserved or if they're carefully structured, maybe they'll last for years on end. They always have to be replaced so they can be nice and shiny to the people who see them. The facades on the outside could be changed one way or another. But for the most part, they're just there for a studio tour. That's how we are when we look at each other. Our 15 minutes of fame on a or a lifetime, whatever the hell it was, on a damn stage, and just spotlight on us, and that's it. We're gone. Get put into the back rows and watch everybody else have their field day. Must be a hell of an amphitheater. But this is how it's going right now, so I just wanted to bore the living crap out of people. Want to like the video, not like the video, go ahead. You want to have a follower, subscribe. Maybe you're in the same doghouse as I am right now. Probably other videos out here to really scare the hell out of you afterwards.